gonna bash that out. No, fucking kick him out in there. Get fucked. I'm gonna fucking smash that out while I'm on there. Alright, I'm definitely removing this now. That means that's a wire. Just like that, the poo stick is gone. Pack are iron and nickel. Alright, well, she's partially stripped out anyway. A little bit more access so I can get to the L positions, which is under there. I think you can see the cutout. There it is, where that wire goes into, so I have to reroute that wiring. And basically, I have to drill those holes out. There's already a hole for the slave to go through. And yeah, I think I can maybe get started on painting the center console, I think. Might have to rip out the front dash as well. But anyway, we can get started on manual, I guess, how this all fits up. I can pull the box out now, thankfully. And once I get the replacement gearbox, whether that's going to be a W58 or R154, I don't know yet, depends on my funds. Been offered a R154, but I don't have the funds for it. So we'll see. W58 seems to be where we're going at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to start, continue to, at the moment I think I'm done for here. Actually I've got the pedals. I'll start putting the pedals together and we'll finish today off with the brake pedal being done, or at least removing that brake pedal anyway. But yeah, let's see how we go. Tailshaft is out. It's a bit of a mess, but hey. Progress. Fuck yeah, mate. When working on any old wrecking trucks or any vehicle really that's been sitting around in the bush, you always get worried when you start to see spiderwebs, especially in Australia. So if you see a daddy long legs like that, actually focus on it, that's actually a good sign. He'll eat all the bad spiders that will bloody hurt us. And yeah, their fangs actually can't penetrate our skin. So when I see this, I actually feel a little bit more calmer, because I know that all the redbacks, all the actual poisonous spiders that will harm me, probably been eaten by this fella here, because he's the most poisonous. Ironic, isn't it? The most poisonous spider here can't actually, hurt us. But yeah, anyway, just thought I'd share some bloody peace of mind that, I get anyway. Probably removing the brake pedal, and still got to order the master cylinder, because this actually bolts onto the stud. The master cylinder actually comes with studs, and this will actually bolt onto the studs. So we'll we'll get to drilling this as well at some point soon. But yeah, at this point I'm going to remove the brake pedal right now, and then fit the new manual brake pedal. But make sure you put your bushings in. They just push out like that, okay? Don't forget that shit, mate. Anyway, I'm loading, you're loading, we're loading. Let's go. But the bend here is different from the auto. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but as you can see, there's a bit of a difference. Now I'm pulling this off because I might mount something on here to bring this a bit more out. But yeah, my dilemma is that it's so far back. It feels so close to the floor, man. It just doesn't feel right, to be honest. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. But yeah, I think I might sort of extend this so that it's more in line. I don't know how. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Let's see how we go. This rolled over Jetmaster here. We got to pull the body off, pull the reinforcement paneling, pull the cab completely off, all the hydraulic lines, bloody everything. It's all coming off and it's going onto a new chassis. Doesn't look like anyone's passed away, fortunately, in this truck, but she's definitely, she's definitely had a bit of a roll. So basically, I'm gonna have to try and bend and remove this cab, or basically bash it up so I can get in there and pull pretty much the harness out. And then we'll be ripping the floor and probably cutting the floor out so I can get the control panel, which is hard to see at the moment. But the control panel, as you can see, is right there. And that's to operate pretty much all this machinery here. So basically, we're gonna start with the cab. I'm going to bring the jib in, the forklift, and try and bend this out, put some hooks around the cab and sort of get it back up as much as possible so I can get in there. Then try and remove the wiring, as much of it as possible. Accident damage. But yeah, I got to get this control panel out, sorry. So this is all for the controls and shit. As you can see, all this stuff is fucking expensive, so it's all got to come out. Finally found a local store that sells a bit of magic, mate. Oh, it's in reverse because of bloody... Woo! We are golden, mate. Bit of Rambo. Oh shit! Oh well, not too much come out. But anyway, it's been a little bit. Not too much, it's all good. Now it's actually over. Well, alright, so I shook it up a little bit. Probably shouldn't shut that up. Made in Japan. Fuck yeah. It's different. It kind of tastes like the cream one here, like the vanilla looking one. Tastes pretty good, mate. The fried corn, brother. This one's cheese and chili cheese, mate. Crunchy as Filipino fried corn. Bloody beautiful, mate. Alright, so after obviously tilting and peeling the roof back, there's going to be a lot of jagged exposed bits of metal, so I've just covered these with a rag here to ensure that I don't scrape or cut myself while working around the cab and pulling the center section out. As you can see, I've just put bits and pieces around all these sharp bedded, just jagged metal under there. As you can see, bits of sharp. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to remove these headlights. The front bumper's got to come off. Basically, this whole cab's got to come off. So, I'm gonna remove these headlights, remove this structure here as well, cut this door out from the hinges, probably around the striker as well, and then grab the forklift, chuck a chain on this corner and pull this whole section back towards me so I can get more access in there again. Also going to have to take a heck load of photos and videos of all the wiring, cables, everything's got to be marked and go onto a computer so that I can refit this to the next or new cab chassis. So yeah, all this has got to be removed. Probably going to remove the cab from here. Yeah, anyway, we're going to get to it now and start pulling this thing apart and salvaging what we can out of this truck. Start removing this monitor here. These cables have already been disconnected. Probably pull this panel. These rusted screws are probably going to give me some grief, but I'll spray some CRC 5.56 on there. What do you call it? Penetrant oil, and sort of try and loosen them up. Then I'll gain access to the wiring and plugs behind this. I'll have to take a fair few photos to make sure everything goes back where it should. I might have to grab some paint markers too and mark them. Yeah, I'll mount this camera now so I can start pulling this apart. Basically, I'm going to salvage this. There might be some goodies here I can actually, we'll see, I'm talking about. So alright, now we've actually got some space to work with. Looking a little bit more straighter. But now I can actually gain access to the seats. Remove all these seats to get all that center section and control unit out. Yeah, so next step, seats. Well, actually jump in there and have a look at the shit. Oh, she's broken in so many places. Alright. Yeah, as you can see, we've got more space now. I can actually get underneath here. So, all this shit's got to come out, everything. What I'm going to do is sort of keep it in one spot here. So I was going to use an oxy or a plasma cutter to cut a hole around the harness here, as it may be a bit of a pain in the ass obviously to get this crumpled cab up, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit close to bloody be putting fire on top of the engine. So I've opted for sparks instead of an open flame, so I have to chop around that and make sure there's nothing obviously that the blade can touch and chop. It looks alright, sort of concave or corrugated ridge there. cab off. Headboard here, or everything that held the hydraulic lines and the air tank up top. This is taking a pretty great impact, and she's bent and peeled right over the tank, so I have to pull this forward before I go further. I might try and unbolt this junction box here. All these hydraulic valves, I guess, are in there, so I might try and remove those. It's just a couple Allen key bolts. Heck yeah, mate. This sick Mad Max style bonnet scoop. What do you fucking reckon, mate, when the RB's in there? That's fucking ugly. Come a fair way. Oh my god, there's still a lot to do. Basically, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but we're doing it. Anyway, I've just disconnected this plug here, a little sneaky plug under this casing, see? But yeah, gonna mark these and make sure they all go back in the same spots. Should be right, mate. Looking bloody beautiful today, mate.